Good morning.
Good morning.
I've surrounded you with exhibits. Can you state your full name, please?
My name is Elizabeth Ritchie.
And Ms. Ritchie, where are you employed?
I work for the Florida Department of Law Enforcement in Tallahassee.
What do you do for FDLE?
I am a firearms analyst, a crime laboratory analyst in the firearms section.
How long have you been doing that?
I have been an analyst since 2012.
And can you tell the jurors the education and training you have in your field?
To be hired as a firearms analyst, you first have to have at least a bachelor's degree in laboratory science, and I have a marine science degree from Jacksonville University in Jacksonville, Florida. When I was promoted to the analyst position, I underwent the 18-month training program that FDLE provides. The first year is basically bookwork, practical exercises, oral and written exams, and it covers the history and development of firearms, firearms identification, tool marks, and ammunition. The second phase of my training was 6 months, and it was spent in supervised casework, where I worked actual cases under the direct supervision of a qualified analyst.
Okay. Approximately how many examinations have you conducted either during your training or as you've testified?
Thousands. I don't have an exact number, but thousands.
Have you testified as an expert before in your field?
Yes, I have.
Okay. Approximately how many times?
About 35.
Okay. To your left, you should have State's Exhibit number 182 and 183. If you will just take 182 first, what type of firearm is that?
182 is a double-action revolver. It's a Rossi.
And do you have access to the serial number? Or is it in your report?
The serial number on this one is D as in dog, 266046.
Okay. And did you examine that particular Rossi?
Yes, I did.
What type of examination did you do?
When I first receive a firearm, I will do a visual and a mechanical check to make sure that it is safe to fire and that it appears functional. If it looks safe to fire, if it appears like it'll function correctly, then I will test fire it into our lab tank using laboratory ammunition.
And was it able to be test fired?
Yes, it was.
Are your test fires in the box marked A as an apple?
Yes, they are.
Okay. And did that firearm function properly?
Yes, it did.
Okay. Were you also asked to examine State's Exhibit 183?
Yes, ma'am.
What type of firearm is that?
That is a high-point semi-automatic pistol.
And do you have access to the serial number on that?
Yes.
Okay, if you could read that into the record.
It is P as in Paul 920179.
And what did your examination entail for that particular firearm?
My examination was the same as on the revolver. I checked to see that it was visually and mechanically sound, that it would function properly, and then I test fired it into our laboratory tank.
Excuse me. Are your test fires inside a little baggie marked A?
Yes.
Okay. Excuse me. Did that firearm function properly?
Yes, it did.
Okay. Did you also examine some fired cartridge casings in this case?
Yes, I did.
And I want to take the case related to Jacqueline Moore, Alicia Greer first. If you will look at State's Exhibits 23 through 27, they should be to your left. Do you recognize each of those?
Yes, I do.
How do you?
When I receive evidence, I will mark the packaging with the FDLE case number, the agency exhibit number, and my initials. And
as part of your analysis, isn't it true that you can't tell basically when that DNA was placed, where it was found, correct?
Correct, I cannot.
Okay, and your only job is to find out what's there and describe what's there, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And you had, you didn't speak with, and it's not part of your job, quite frankly, to talk with the donors or anybody else that might have been responsible for the results that you found in these tests, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Got nothing from you.
You redirect?
Whatever was there, whether it was male or female.
No. Cannot compare anyone to it.
Okay. Was there any way